Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Welcome to the third of my lessons from the album Lovedrive by the band The Scorpions. Today is Coast to Coast. It's iconic, an iconic song. It's iconic, the riff is iconic, the melody and the chorus is iconic, and I guess the solo is most definitely iconic. So as all my lessons, I'm simply showing how I play the song. I'm not saying this is a definitive version of how the song goes. This is how I play it. For example, if you watch Michael playing the main riff, he plays it like this up here on the... He will play there. If you watch Rudolph, he plays it down here. So I'm going with what Michael's played simply because that's just the way I play it. Now, I had said I wasn't going to do any of the leads. I'm simply trying to get these lessons to people who perhaps haven't played guitar for a while and just want to jam along with the record. I'm not in any way, shape or form suggesting that if you watch this video you will be able to play this song as well as Rudolph, Michael and Matthias does on the album. I'm just saying I'm trying to help people here. So I wasn't going to do the solos on any of these songs, but I've decided after the main part of this lesson I have put in a bit about the melody in the chorus, you know, the bit that goes So I've done a bit on that, and I went through the solo, how I would play it. I've done a quick take. I mean, the middle of the solo is so fast, it's quite difficult to get accurate, but I would argue that if you're playing this in front of a bunch of people, that you can probably get away with fluffing a couple of notes in the middle of the solo. But the beginning of the solo, you really have to hit those notes. I mean, I say it's so iconic with it. I mean, you have to get that bit right. I think I almost got it right there. So you could probably just learn that bit and just play the first half of the solo and then let the other guy in the band take the second half of the solo. That's what I would suggest. That's certainly the easiest way. So this is the guitar lesson for the song Coast to Coast by the band The Scorpions. I do appreciate you watching, folks. It's a privilege and a pleasure. Cheers for now. So let's start with the intro. It's a good place to start. It goes like this. It's quite tricky, that. So you're playing an E power chord, 7th fret of the A and the 9th fret of the D, G string and the bottom string open. And then with your pinky, you're putting it on the 10th, 9, 10 of the A, and then back to the 7 of the A. Each time you hit it, you hit the bottom string open as well. Now that second one's tricky because you've already got your third finger on the 9th fret of the D string, so you're having to move the pinky to the same fret but just on the A string. I mean, essentially the notes you're looking at are the open E string and then this. 10, 9, 10, 7 of the A, but you're factoring in you're playing an E chord as well. But you could play it, that'd be the simplest way, just play this. So it's the open E string and then just the A string, 7th fret, and then 10, 9, 10, 7 on the A. That'd be the easiest way to play it, but I'll change the camera angle and I'll show you how you'd play it with the E chord. I'll focus in on my rhythm hand because you're dampening the strings quite a bit as well. verse. So the rhythm guitar just keeps playing that, and the lead guitar plays this sort of melody line. So the first one is 14 of the D, 12 of the G, down to 12 of the D, 11 of the G, down to 10 of the D and 9 of the G. So that's the very first part. Again. Then the next part goes like this. So it's the same first half, 12, 14 of the D and 12 of the G, down to 12 of the D and 11 of the G. Play that chord again. Then up to 16 of the D and 12 of the G. Take my camera to focus there, sorry folks. So slowly it's. So those two parts together, played slowly. I will put tab above so it's easier. And again. And that's the first half of the melody parts over the verse. And the second part goes like this. I'll play slowly to begin with. That bit at the end is the hardest bit. So anyway, so the chords are, it's very similar to the first part, it's just different order. So you start with 14 of D, 12 of G, down to 10 of D and 9 of G, to 12 of D, 11 of G, back to the first chord, 14 of D, 12 of G, up to 16 of D and 14 of G, down to 10 of D, 9 of G, back to the first chord, 14 of D, 12 of G. Now you go down to 12 of D, 11 of G. So it's backwards and forwards. Now this is the hardest bit. You need to slide this chord up so you're on 14 of D, 12 of G, slide it up 2. Play slowly. And again. That's probably the hardest bit of the rhythm. So play those two parts together in entirety, slowly. Into the chorus. So the chorus is just power chords, goes like this. That last one, the D chord, has a build up. So the chords are an E power chord up to the G power chord, down to C, to E, E again, G again. This time it's to the D chord, to the E. So play that. Same again. To the D, build up on the D, palm muting. So I'll play the chorus slowly. I'll say we're losing the light, so I need to get this finished in the next couple of minutes. So the melody during the chorus is played all on the D string. So it's these notes. I'll play it very slowly to begin with because this takes a bit of time to get up to speed. So slowly it goes like this. That's the first part. Play it again, very slowly. So it's 5, play it once, play it again. The second time you play it, you slide up to 9. Again, this is all on the D string. Hammer on to 10. Toggle between 9 and 10, and then pull off from 10 to 9 to 7. So that's a tricky move. I'll play that whole part. So once you get down to the 7, pull off between 5 and 7 to 4. It's actually, these notes are on the D string, on the A string, sorry. So the last two notes are on the A string, 5 and 7. So again, I'll play this very slowly. Once more. My camera in focus. Now the second part changes, it does this. So it starts the same, 5 to 9, the D string, 12, so it's 12, 10, 9, to 9. I'll play it slowly. It's easier to play than it is to explain. Yeah, so it's 12, 10, 9, to 7, to 9, to 10, back to 7. finish on the 9th fret. So I'll play that whole, that's the first two measures, I'll play that whole thing very slowly. Part 1, part 2. Back to the first one again, it changes slightly at the end. Now instead of going over to the A string, you play the 5th fret of the D this time. End on the 7th fret of the A. So that's measure 3, I'll play measure 3 slowly. And the very last one, measure 4, just goes like this. 5 to 9, build up on a D power chord. Into the solo. So I'll go through that whole thing again, slowly. All on the D string, apart from the last two notes of measure 1. So we'll do measure 1. Measure 2. Measure 3. And the last one, measure 4. Build up on the D power chord. Now to the solo. Now the solo is all about the notes and all about the timing of where you're playing the notes. I'll show you the notes, but like all these things, you have to listen to the tune. Your ear has to pick out where you're playing each phrase in which part of the song over the rhythm guitar and the solo. I mean, it's just all about practice. It's all about practice. So these are the notes that I'm playing. The first note is the 15th fret of the B. You bend it up a full tone. And just when that's up, a bit of vibrato at the top. Then go over to the 12th fret of the top E string. So it's 12, then 14, and a slight bend on that. Hit it again when it's at the top. Down to the 12th fret of the B. So play that. One last time for bad luck. And then the 14th fret of the G string with the 12th fret of the B like a unison bend. Focus my camera there. Lay that down and then play 12, 11 of the G. So it's 12, 11 of the G over to 12 of the D. So play what we have so far in phrase 1. Down to 14 of the A string. Again, I'll go right back to the beginning of that phrase. 14, 13, 12, 10 of the A string. Hammer back on to the 12th fret of the A string. Wee bit of bend there. To 10 of the A, finish on 12 of the bottom string. Bottom E string. Focus that camera. So slowly, this is the whole of phrase 1. Again. Then we go over to the next phase, next phrase, next phase, next phrase. This is even trickier, and the second half of it is very difficult to get it exactly in time. So anyway, it starts like this. So you're bending the 14th fret of the G upper tone, and then the 12th fret of the top E string, 15 on the B, pull off to 12 on the B, play that again, and then you bend the 14th fret up again of the G, but just catch the 12th fret of the B. So I'll go through that slowly where we are. So you're coming down there from the 15th, 14th, 12th of the G. Go back to the beginning again. (14) of D over to 14 of G to 12 of G. 14D, 14G, 14D, 12G. From the top of that bit. We're straight into the next bit. This is the trickiest part, getting this right. So this part goes. So we've finished the part before we finish. On the 12th fret of the G. Then we start 14 to 12 of the D. To 14 of the A. Down to 13 of the A. Back to 14 of the A. To 12 of the D. This is tricky. 13 of the A, 12, 10 of the A, bend, and then 12 of the A, bend up a bit, and finish that phrase with the 9th fret of the D. So I'll play that part really slowly. Finish the whole thing with this. So it's 14, 13, 12, 10 of A over to 10 of E. Last run is 12 of E to 9, 10, 12 of A, and then over to the D string, and we're on 9, 10, 12, and we finish with 9, 11, 12, 9 of G. So I'll play it very slowly. So I'll go through the whole thing very, very slowly.